build your own workout. So now we're on to the feature which is new to Trainerize, is the calorie and macro tracking. So it's a full tracker in Trainerize. This replaces MyFitnessPal Premium, which costs $20 a month. So that's part of your Trainerize subscription. Trainerize is $28 a month. MyFitnessPal Premium is $20 a month. So with Trainerize, you have $28 a month. You have access to all the workouts, the tracking, the exercises, plus full calorie and macro tracking. Real quick, why would you want to track? I recommend everybody track for 3 to 6 months to learn about calories, macros, food quality, so what foods are high in protein, which ones are high in carbs or fats, etc., and portion sizes. So you start measuring like things like nuts, and you realize how many calories are in a handful of nuts. Sauces, sodas. It really is eye-opening. Snacks, kids' food. You start realizing, oh my gosh, these things I'm just kind of throwing in my mouth without thinking about it. The calories really add up quick. Tracking should be taught in school. It's ridiculous that we don't learn about this in middle school and high school. It should be mandatory because it's just, without learning how to do it, you're just setting yourself up to just eat what you feel like at all times, which usually leads to obesity if you have a big appetite like I do. It's why my dad and grandpa both got way overweight. They just ate whatever they want whenever they felt like, and they happen to have big appetites, so they got really obese. Some people don't have as big of appetites. They stay lean, maybe too lean. So tracking just helps you kind of dial in, set a plan, and hit it. But then once you learn how to do it, you can track as needed to hit your daily calorie and macro targets. If your goal is fat loss or muscle building, you can really set a target, and you can hit that while still enjoying foods you love. So it doesn't have to be super strict. One thing to keep note of: it is hard to do it accurately and consistently. People will often track a few meals and not others, and if you just have partial data, it's not really worth doing. So whenever I tell people, if you can't do it consistently, then don't do it. But it is still good to learn how to do it, even if you don't do it consistently, just learning about calories and macros. So what's included in Trainerize? It has a barcode scanner. You can scan a food's label, and it'll pull up the macros right there. You just have to enter in the portion size, and you'll save it. It'll give you the calories and macros of what you ate. You can save your favorite foods, your meals, and it just makes them very easy to access for future use. You don't have to fill it in every time. And I recommend eating a lot of the similar meals because you don't want to have to enter it in from scratch every time. You can also copy a full day and paste it to the new day. And then you look up meals and recipes in the meal library in Trainerize, which is really helpful because you might find some meals in there that you weren't thinking about. And it's got a lot in there, and I can add some custom ones. And this is just a screenshot of what the meal planning looks like. It's got a lot of good meals in here, but it may take planning and prep and going to the grocery store. So honestly, one of my favorite things to do is get those meal plans from Nutri. And I'll save them in Nutri as I go, and then you just reuse them as you need to. So browse from the sample meals in the library. They include photos and videos, the recipe, ingredients, and cooking directions, and you can filter by breakfast, lunch, dinner, prep time, dietary preferences, food sensitivities, and meal tags. So let's go into the video demo. So this is what I ate that day. I'm going to track my breakfast. You can see it has a bunch of different stuff, and then I just use Nutri. Nutri for lunch, Nutri for dinner, and then a protein shake for a snack. This is a pretty typical day for me. So if you click on Trainerize, you click the blue plus button, you click meal. I'm going to skip the photo for now. I'm going to add it later because it's supposed to be a photo of the entire meal, and I'm making the meal as I go. So I'm going to scan the barcode on the ham. It pulls it up. I hit next. I choose the serving size in grams, which I recommend. It's just easier, I think, grams. I put it on the scale, 75 grams, and I add that to the meal. So now I'm going to scan egg whites. I measure how many egg whites I have. And then I add a few eggs, hit next. Click on that. I'm going to have, 3 eggs, 4 eggs. So I save that and apply. So you can see as I'm building it out, I have 3 tablespoons of egg whites, 3 eggs, and now I'm going to scan something else. Oh, I'm going to scan my frozen berries. I love frozen berries, a great add-on for any meal. So I'm going to click on that and say I'm going to change it to grams, put it in a bowl, put it on the scale, pour the berries in, weigh it, 100 grams, apply. So you can see the meals getting built out. You can see the calories of each item as we do it. Let's add a description. It's a 4 eggs breakfast with ham and frozen berries. I saved that. And then I'm also going to have a drink with collagen peptides. So I'm going to add collagen peptides. I'm going to weigh it out. It's 20 grams. I'm going to add that to my meal. And here's the meal. It's 512 calories, 60 grams of protein. That's what you want. If you take out that 2, you want to have at least 51 grams. I'm at 61 grams of protein. So at least 1 gram of protein for every 10 calories. That's a high protein meal. It means over 40% of the calories come from protein, in this case 48%. That's usually a good thing to go, a good target to go for fat loss is 40% of your calories from protein. So here's the breakfast with everything in it. If you click 3 dots and add the photo, there it is. Hot sauce I don't track because there's no calories in it. You could add, if you cook with any butter or oil, you could add that. It's up to you. It's hard to know exactly how much of that gets into the food, but if you use just a little bit, it's not going to really add a whole lot. So save the meal to my favorites, and I'm going to just name the meal Cutting Breakfast. So I'm going to close that out, and let's add the next meal. And this one is a Nutri meal, so I can take a picture of it. And now I'm going to have to hit custom because there's no barcode on it. So I'm going to have to scan it. I already did it here, but I'm going to show you how I do it again. So I'm going to hit add custom, enter the food name, Nutri beef bowl, serving size. So this is going to be a custom serving size, custom. And I'm just going to call it 1 meal because it's a full meal and it lists the calories and macros on the package. So I just go look at the package nutrition label and just copy it in. 740 calories, protein, carbs, and it's optional, but you can put in fiber as well. Save. You can see there's tons of things you could add. It's really, you don't even have to add fiber, just really the calories, protein, fats, and carbs. Those are the big ones. So I'm going to check that, add it to my meal, add it as lunch, and log it. So now I can click on the 2 meals for the day and see for the day I'm at 42% of my calories from protein, 1,200 calories, 124 grams. I'm right on track. This is what I want. High protein. I'm shooting for say 2,800 calories. I got 1,600 calories to go for a snack and dinner. So let's add the snack. Add the meal. I'm going to skip the photo now because I haven't built it yet, but I'm going to scan the milk. I know I'm going to do 240 milliliters. It's about a cup. And then I'm going to scan my protein powder. Next, I do 1 scoop of protein powder. So there's the snack. I can save it to my favorites and call it my whey protein shake. This is what I have just about every day. I bring it to the gym with me. I have it after workout. I love it because it gives you protein, it gives you carbs, it gives you water, and which after a workout you probably haven't had those things in a while. So it's a good way to just kick in the recovery and end the workout. And you may not eat for an hour, and it's good to get something in your system to start refueling and recovering after a workout. So again, we go to details, and you can see for the day, I'm doing great. 43% of my calories are from protein, 156 grams. I'm shooting for at least 200 grams a day, and I've got a big dinner I can have. So I can have up to 1,300 calories for dinner if I want to. Depends what I'm going to. So hit plus, hit meal, and I know this day I'm just having another Nutri meal. So again, add custom, enter the name, change it to a custom serving size, and hit 1 meal. So what's nice is you do this once and you save it, so that if you have that meal again, it's already in there, and you just hit, go into the archive or saved foods and just select that. But the first time you have to enter it in here and save it. So I'm going to click it, review it, log it, and that's my day of eating. I can change the snack to dinner. Go to the details. 2,000 calories, 216 grams of protein. Fats and carbs don't really matter. This would be a 1,000 to 1,500 calorie deficit for me this day. I wouldn't do this every day, but if I did, I would lose 3 pounds of fat per week, which is doable for a couple weeks. Then you're eventually going to start feeling like crap and you want to eat more. So I usually have low-calorie days mixed in with high-calorie days, and this would be a low-calorie day for me. So let's go to meal planning real quick just to show how this works in Trainerize. If you hit meal, go down here to discover. You can search for all sorts of meals. So say I want to look for smoothies. They've got tons of them in here. So if I want to pick one, the apple smoothie, there's a video I can play, there's a recipe, instructions. You can save it to your favorites, and then you can always add that quickly to any meal. So if I want to find a meal with eggs, you can hit egg. Look at all the meals with eggs. So you can base it off calories. You can click in it, see what's in there. But again, it takes a little bit of planning. You got to go to the grocery store and buy all this stuff. But there's a lot of options in here. Again, it's more work than I like to do. That's why I stick with Nutri. Those pre-made meals are fantastic. Just so easy. Can't recommend them enough. And that's